Hey, you all. So, I don't know if you all have seen the latest clip where Austin Metcalf's father speaks out against what happened. For those of you who may not be familiar with the story, Austin Metcalf is a 17-year-old who was stabbed at a track meet by another young man simply because he told the boy that he was sitting under the wrong tent. They had an altercation, which led to the boy stabbing Austin, and sadly, he lost his life. Now, how the father has the strength to speak, for me, when I see this, it always is a testament to their faith. And from what I understand, these, especially his father, is a very faith-filled man, and so was Austin. But I loved how he clarified in this interview, do not politicize this. Do not make this a race thing, because it simply is not. And as I spoke earlier when I introduced the story yesterday, this is not a black nor white, Republican versus Democrat. This is a spiritual battle. This is good versus evil. This choice that this young man made was simply diabolical. And it also represents, I believe, a state of where he was, spiritually, mentally, to be able to even do such a thing. He should have never had a knife on him, because at this age with the kids and their hormones, and they're so quick to act and respond, it's just asking for trouble. And so therefore you end up in situations like this where this young man's life is lost because you did not make a wise decision and you acted off of emotion. It's just sad, you all. It's sad for, of course, Austin's parents and his brother who had to witness and the trauma that comes along with that. This young man that did the heinous act, your family, the people that supported you, your teachers, your community, anybody that ever poured into you, they are having to grieve for the loss of your life because you're going to jail. And for what? So my prayers, you all, are with the family, of course, but also with this young man who has made a terrible decision, because he's going to have to live with this. I pray for his family as well. I pray for all involved, especially for the family who lost their son in such a horrible way. Anyways, here is the father, man with so much grace and so much compassion. And from what I understand, he has already said that he has forgiven the other young man. The mother says she's not there. She's dealing with a lot of anger. And I understand. Who couldn't understand, right? Take a look.
Clarify something right off the start, because I've already heard some rumors and some gossip. This was not a race thing, and this is not a political thing. Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing. It was not. Do not politicize this. It's not. This is a human being thing. This person made a bad choice, and it affected both his family and my family forever.
And then I saw him about to fall. I went to go over there. I grabbed him. I see. Let's go.
Yeah, I understand. Best I can to understand.
Yeah, there was. You can see. You can picture what happened when what was coming out of his chest, and
yeah.
Y'all can visualize other stuff. I don't want to put down my mom right now, but I pushed my hand on there, trying to make it stop, and I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes. I just saw his soul leave, and it took my soul too.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to ask you one last question. I've seen interviews with your husband, who I can hear in the side, by the way. I think he's there in the room with you. I saw an interview last night. Okay, someone else. Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
But I have seen interviews with your husband in the last 24 hours, and it was remarkable to me that I heard your husband say, within hours of this, that he forgave this other young man, and he got there so quickly. And I honestly don't know that I could, and I just want to see, and I don't know if there's a right or a wrong place to be, especially as quickly as this has happened. Megan, how do you feel on that front today?
I am not like their dad. I am so angry at that boy. And it's just not fair. That's all I have.
I understand.
I'd like to say
That's not
is,
fair.
I'd like to say is, it's forgave, not forgotten, but I'm not at that point yet to forgive that kid for what he did to my brother. Because, 17 years, my best friend, just there in the blink of an eye, I lost him. So I'm not at